Hey eatahfood family, I'm in the kitchen today making Baidawi sautéed cassava. So if you're a cassava fan, this episode is for you. So I feel as though cassava is that Caribbean staple. If you're from the Caribbean, then you know about cassava, and you can do cassava many different ways. You could saute cassava, you could make cassava pone, you could make cassava punch, you could make cassava pie, you could make all kind of cassava. But today we are doing our sauteed cassava, which I know a lot of all you out there know about already. So we have our cassava here, which has been washed, peeled and cleaned, not by me. The producer did it. And we also have our vegetables here. Now, the sauteed cassava that I usually see is where the aromatics or the vegetables that I use chip up small. But today we didn't chip it up. We have julienne them, right? So we have onion, which is a must. We have pimentos. We have garlic. We have some fresh thyme. And we also have the carrots. Notice how it's cut nice and long and julienne. And we also have our green peppers, which is also julienne. So I think it's going to give the dish a nice color, nice texture. And you know, you eat with your eyes first, right? So we have our water here at a rolling boil. And we are going to add in our cassava. Now, obviously, cassava is one of those root vegetables that you cannot eat raw because it's actually quite poisonous. Be careful when you're dropping in your stuff in boiling water, right? It's actually quite poisonous. From what I've read, it has traces of cyanide in it, right? So you have to make sure and boil it well. But I'm gonna tell all you about how you make cassava bread. I'll get to that just now. So we're gonna boil it until it's tender, but we still wanna have, you know, a little firmness to it. I'll add some salt. Give it a little zhuzh. I know you know that word, zhuzh, right? So a little zhuzh. Right, and we'll get back to this later. But I don't know, asking people out here, if you know about cassava bread. Now, this is not, don't think like the regular bread that you will find using cassava flour. What I know as cassava bread is this, right? And if it have any Grenadians out there, will you please come out in the comments, come out in your glory, right? Because I had a Grenadian grandmother who used to sell in the central market. What I know as cassava bread is where they take the cassava, they grate it, and then they extract all of the poisonous juices, they rinse it out, they dry it, and then they sort of mix it with water, a little salt, little nutmeg, and then they do it like they flatten it like a flatbread and then cook it on the stove. So it's almost like a thin crisp, and that is what I know cassava bread as. When I was talking to the producer about it, I said, but now you know about cassava bread? He said, yeah, but I didn't think he knew about that one. So when I explained it to him, he said, oh, he don't know about that one. So if you know about cassava bread like that, comment, represent, say, I know about cassava bread like that, yeah? And that could be a really great substitute for a tortilla. You know, you could add little things with it. You could make like tortilla chips, pita chips, that kind of thing. So you could try that. So check us back in about 15 minutes. After this is boiled, we are going to put together this sauteed cassava, and this is going to be a very quick and easy vegan meal. So see you in a bit. Whew.
I actually had it.
You did?
I actually had one somewhere in the back there. I don't know where it's
Oh, shoot, Baidawi. Let me see.
That's it. Yep.
Oh my God!
So yeah, come on.
Oh my God! I love it! Oh, shakes.
Yeah.
We could say we got it by Taryn.
Yeah, you can see you got it by time.
Oh my God.
So you can see, you can go ahead here.
Okay, go ahead. Olio, this is cassava bread. He actually said, you know, Chrisal, I think I remember it. This is what I know as cassava bread. It is called Casabe, right? It's actually, this method of doing it is from the Amerindians, and we actually got this from Tarin. I have not seen cassava bread in years. Only this is it. I'm going and try it. I know how long it's there because we find it behind God back, but listen. Cassava bread, Olia. I mean, this shouldn't get me so excited, but it's a childhood memory. And that's what food, I think, does for us, at least for most of us. It invokes memories. It's never just about the food, but it's the story it tells, you know. And I just look. This is nostalgic for me. My grandmother used to chip it up and give it to us with egg and saltfish when we going home. Cassava bread. All you try it. If you see it, check out Tarrant's, buy it. Trust me. Trust me. Wow, Baidawi.
When they explained what it was, I was like, oh yeah.
You know what it is.
Just never use it.
So if you could see, you're seeing the texture. You're seeing how the cassava was grated. It's actually a little thicker than what I remember. But I guess everybody makes it a little bit differently. So you snap like this. Crispy, airy. It's lightly seasoned, so there isn't much salt, which is not a bad thing at all. The ones I know growing up actually have two variations. You could either season it with a little salt and add a little spice like nutmeg, or I've seen it where it's more of a sweet application. So they add a little sugar, they add a little coconut to it. But this is it here in its traditional form. So after further discussion with the producer, guess how long he had that cassava bread? Guess how long homeboy buy it? Since last year. And you realize how crispy it is. It remained, right? It wasn't in any plastic container. It was just in the sealed cling wrap. So from there you can already see that it has a long shelf life. You're safe because it's not much going into it. It's just basically the dried cassava on the stove, made into a flatbread, and you're good to go. All you don't sleep on cassava bread. You found out about it first on eatahfood channel. Right, Ole, so I think our cassava is ready. The color has changed. And the true test is just to test it, right? Still, it's soft, but still firm. Look at that. So just to drain and get it sauteed. Add in my oil. Real quick process here. We don't want to saute the veggies for too long because we still want to have it nice and crisp. So adding in the onions, next the pimentos, the carrots, bell peppers. I'll add garlic now. And I didn't add it in before because I didn't want the garlic to burn. And I want all that garlic in there. None will be left behind. And now I'm going to add in the cassava. And try to make sure and incorporate well. So pretty, looking so pretty. So if you've never done your sauteed cassava by having the aromatics or your veggies julienne, I think you should try it. I think you should try it because look how pretty it looks. And because we're making it vegan, we have just used oil. But I mean, if you want to add a little extra fat in there, you could add butter if you like. And here, I'm just going to add a little bit more salt. I put in how much I feel like. And then how it tastes after. Right, so you have to keep stirring. I think we're good here now. Right, Olive. So look, Makalu. And I put in some of the sauteed cassava, Baidawi style. making sure I get little veggies. So you go in, take some callaloo, take a little bit of the bacon make callaloo, Baidawi. Oh, this is lovely. Yes. I think callaloo and cassava is a real boss pairing. It's nice, you know. It's real nice. Right, so I know you probably might have never tried sautéed cassava this way. It might be a little different, but all it different is good. So try it out. Let us know what you think. I tell you, only it eaten nice, and look out for our next episode. See you on the next one.